Jason Tarr and Limestone, everybody's buzzing about Tony Tobin all week. What's he going to have to do tonight to get
He's going to have to score, definitely, for sure. I'm sure they're going to give him a lot of pressure, but he's quick enough, so if man-to-man, he's going to be able to get his shots off. Defensively and rebounding is our keys tonight. We have to stay on the boards or it might be over quickly.
Go through some of your key people tonight, Jason.
Tony Tobin, of course. He set all kinds of records this year in the tournament, averaged 41 points a game. He's just a phenomenal shooter and phenomenal quickness, and he's worked hard. It's only his 4th year of basketball, but he's had a great career.
Go right down through.
Trevor Patton. Be our big guy. He's really come into his own in the tournament. He's 6'5", and he's averaged about 25 points and 15 boards for the tournament, so he's going to be our key tonight. He has to stay in the game for us to have a chance to win. Dave Holmes is our 4-man who will play point for a lot of teams. He's got the task of guarding the 6'5" kid Harris, and that'll be one of the major keys. If he boxes out defensively, then we'll have a good chance of winning. Robert McDougall is our floor leader. Point guard, he'll control the tempo, and if we're taking bag shots, he'll slow us down and straighten us out. He's a coach on the floor, and we look for him to have a big night offensively. Angelo Malfatti will have the job of stopping Jeff Love. He's had the tough defensive players all year, including Bridges from WA, and he's done the job, and he'll show up tonight, I'm sure, and play some defense. Off the bench, Clarence Williams will replace either our guards or forwards. He comes in, he jumps real well, and again, he'll have to help us rebounding and defensively. We won't look for him to score, but to fill those roles. Ken Yates, who's a player who might see some time early. Depending on how Holmes makes out with the big kid, Ken Yates might get a lot of playing time tonight, and again, he'll have to do the job rebounding. Jim Morris is a player who, if our guards get in foul trouble or get hurt, he'll come in and give us some good minutes with his ball handling and headsy defense.
Jason, this place is packed for this matchup. Hope you enjoy it too tonight.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Okay, Jason Tarr, head coach of the Limestone Eagles, and that's the matchup. Limestone and Winthrop back to the auditorium to set this one up a little bit more in 2 minutes. Welcome back to the auditorium for the second and final state championship game in Class C, Winthrop and Limestone. Don't forget, tomorrow our Class A tournament coverage starts with games starting at 8 in the morning. We'll be here all day as the quarterfinals get underway, and it should be exciting as well. They're buzzing here about this one. Let's go upstairs to George and Willie.
Thank you very much, and good evening from the balcony as we look down onto the court. And championship fever is what it says in the big basketballs on the court. That's exactly what we're going through here tonight. Willie, there's a certain amount of nervousness in the coaches, but in the players, they're looking at the biggest crowd that they've ever seen in their lives in a gold ball situation, so the butterflies have got to be fluttering a little bit.
I think from a player's perspective, having been there as a player and also as a coach, when you get to a state championship game, in a way it's like any other ball game. In another way it's not. I think the players, the majority of them, prepare for this game as they would any other. In any game you play, if you're competitive, you have that type of, as we say, butterflies in your stomach. The coaches probably are more on edge right now than the players are by any stretch of the imagination. So I think it may take a while, a minute or so, less than that possibly into the game, and then it's just going to be another backyard basketball game till maybe we get down to the last minute of that 4th quarter. Then things will change.
I thought Jason Tarr was very blunt. He said if we don't do it our way, we're going to be out of here early. Well, let's go down to the PA system, and they will be announcing the starters for both the Limestone Eagles and the Ramblers of Winthrop. And they'll try to stop that rambling they've been doing. They're undefeated. Let's go downstairs.
Good evening and welcome to the state championship boys Class C basketball game. Tonight's contest has the visiting Ramblers from Winthrop High School. They're going to be facing the Eagles from Limestone High School. Team members for the visiting Ramblers, coached by Dave Pullen, beginning with number 23, the senior Dana Gross. Number 24 is a junior Adam Wagner. 25 is a sophomore Steve Contreras. 34 is a senior Mike Piper. 43 is a senior Brian Dowdy. Sophomore 44, Jeff Packard. Number 50 is a freshman, TJ Cowett. Team members for the home Eagles, coached by Jason Tyre, beginning with a freshman, number 10, Danny Houston. Number 13 is a junior, Chris Blaisdell. A junior, number 20, Derek Giggy. Sophomore 21, Darian Smith. Senior number 24, Jim Morris. 25 is a junior, Shane Overbay. Senior number 30, Clarence Williams. And senior 33, Ken Yates. Now for the starters, beginning with the Ramblers, he's a senior at guard, number 22, Jeff Cobb. For the Eagles, he's a senior guard, number 11, Robert McDougall. For the Ramblers, a guard, he's a senior, number 30, Larry Simbronowitz. And for the Eagles, a senior at forward, number 15, Angelo Malfatti. For your Ramblers, a forward, he's a senior, number 40, Bill Harris. For the Eagles, he's a senior and at center, number 22, Trevor Patton. For the Ramblers, he's a senior forward, number 42, Jeff Love. For the Eagles, he's a senior at guard, number 23, Tony Tobin. For your Ramblers, he's a center, senior at 51, R.J. Jenkins. For the Eagles, a senior guard, number 31, David Holmes. Your officials are Mr. Thurston and Mr. Grant.
Mr. Thurston threw a shot in the center of this auditorium in his younger days. We're going to have the Sportsmanship Award now presented.
This time we're going to be presenting Sportsmanship banner for boys Class C. We could have representatives come forward from Washington Academy, please. Committee members, Ron Gleason from Belfast, Dick Gardner, Washington Academy, will be presenting the awards. Representing Washington Academy be Coach Buddy Wood. Players Justin Wentworth Sr., Tim Denbo, Tim Moore, Chris Bridges. Your team members, coaches, cheerleaders, and fans have demonstrated all the qualities of fair play and the true spirit of the game of basketball. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association, it's a pleasure to present you with the Eastern Maine Boys Class C Sportsmanship banner. Congratulations, Coach Buddy Wood and all your Washington Academy Raiders. May you continue to promote good sportsmanship in your school and community. Principal Chance, AD.
That is a very important award, sometimes not given the publicity of the others, but an award that nonetheless is shared by the whole team and the whole school, the whole community. Well, they have another one, I guess, coming out.
This has to be for
Now
us,
we'll
George.
be
Class
presenting
B
the
is
boys
going to be
Class
presented
B
here tonight
Sportsmanship
instead of at
Award.
Augusta.
We could have representatives from Fort Kent. This is Coach Larry Murphy. Again, on the behalf of the Maine Principals Association, it's a pleasure to present you with the Eastern Maine Boys Class B Sportsmanship banner. Principal James Marquis, the Athletic Director Lloyd Soucy, thank you for serving as strong role models and for making this a part of your school image.
Well, we will now get to the point where we put the basketball up in the air and start playing. Two of the most talked about players in the state will meet tonight. The freshman phenom, 6'6" TJ Cowett of Winthrop, was not starting. And of course, the outstanding Tony Tobin, who is. One's 5'8", one is 6'6". And everybody that I have talked to this year tells me that Cowett may be the player to watch for the next 3 years in the entire state. And now college coaches are already taking a peek. Bill Harris, number 40 in the green for Winthrop. They'll go into the jump circle. That's Trevor Patton. Be about the same height either way. The only jump ball of the game, perhaps. You've got it. Limestone attacking very quickly. You know, number 23 will be looking for the basketball, and he's got it right now. Had a high dribble as he went through the top. Right away, Winthrop going to put a little heat on him. Tobin double pumps. He's off the glass. He'll miss it. Inside, there's the rebound. Up and in. Patton, I believe he may be the key. He's got to get in there and do that. Limestone out in front, 2-0. Just get a turnover, and they get the ball right back. All right, here's McDougal setting up Tobin. Look at him change hands, go between his legs, gets in heavy traffic. There it is again. Trevor Patton.
Now the problem Winthrop may have, they're not playing a straight man-to-man. They're playing more of a sagging zone. Tobin finds that seam. There's nobody there to pick him out.
That's Love. They swing it around to the right side. Cobb low to the right. He'll force it up and off. No good. Jenkins. The rebound away to Limestone, leading it 4-0. McDougal coming back. Here is Holmes. He's another take charge kind of kid. Goes in the paint, scoops it up and down. 6-0 Limestone. And Winthrop has, I think, when put back on their heels, like the first round of a big fight, and they're taking some shots in the jaw. Outside it goes to Love, down the paint. He'll put it up, he won't get it. He'll go back up with Love, he won't get it. The rebound comes down to Patton, and it's knocked out of bounds, lost out.
We said at the beginning of the ball game, anytime you face, it's going to be size over quickness, and that's exactly what we've seen the last two down the court. Drive in. If you don't have the shot, dish it off for an easy 2.
This is Cobb for the Ramblers. Sabramowitz. He'll hit the first basket. Larry Sabramowitz. 6-2 now. They get the icicles out of there. This is Limestone's home court, more or less. Lob inside, and they threw it away. Intended for Patton. They lost it on the turnover. We'll go in transition. Sabramowitz coming down. He'll get a lane to the basket. Drives in. He's blocked. He went down, and so did the little guy. Nope, that's going to be Malfatti. Angelo Malfatti will be called for the foul, the first one of the ball game. To block, and on the line will be Larry Sabramowitz. He's got enough initials in his name, I believe, including your first and last name, but I'll get him. Larry Sabramowitz. He put it in.
Watch down at this other end of the court with Winthrop on their defense, how much they're sagging. They're really neglecting 2 or 3 players. They're keying on, particularly Tobin, and whoever the other player is they feel may have a hot hand. They're forgetting about everybody else.
They cut it down now quickly from 6-0 to 6-4. And so we even it up a bit. Holmes baseline to the right. A turnaround and a blocking foul inside against Winthrop. That's going to go against R.J. Jenkins, number 51, a 6'5" senior. Pretty good offensive move. Just enough contact. Tony Tobin bounces into the corner. McDougal lobs it down for the big guy off the glass. They didn't get it. Tried to use it high, did not get it. And so Cobb will come down for the Ramblers the other way. They can tie or go ahead here. Turnaround in the lane, in and out, no good. The big rebound to Trevor Patton. They put immediate heat on and then back off.
Now what Winthrop's trying to do is that rebound, cut down the outlet pass.
A 3 by Holmes doesn't go. The rebound to Jenkins in transition down the right side off to Love. Love looks to get that ball into the paint. He does to Jenkins. Jenkins behind his back, trying to reverse it, got hit in the head, didn't get the basket either. Insult to injury. Here comes Tobin in the paint, kicks it back out to McDougal. Back inside it goes, in and out, no good. McDougal missed it. Ball is there, but not dropping. Love down the right side, goes for the corner in the paint. Boy, they go for the hole. He puts it in. Do they ever go for the hole?
Both teams, they want that high percentage shot in the paint. We're not looking at 15 or 18 foot jumpers. We're looking at 2 or 3 foot layups.
Tobin lost the dribble. McDougal, foul line to the corner. Now Fatty, hot pass. Inside Pat. They're missing those inside shots.
That's 3 that were real high percentage shots for Limestone.
Love coming down. Cobb lobs it to the low side. Harris has the ball taken, but he is stripped and fouled.
Tobin. This tempo right here is not to the liking of Limestone. I'm sure they would like to have more of a freelance type of offense that will send into their defense. We saw that the first minute or so of the ball game, and now it's slowed down. Winthrop's controlling the tempo right now, both ends of the court.
Bill Harris, 6'5" senior. Did not get it. Now you want to watch the fouls on Tobin, as he is so critical to Limestone. He has no points. He has 1 personal now. 4 minutes in. That's the first lead for Winthrop off the foul line. 7-6. David Holmes out deep to McDougal. They've got a man-to-man set up with Sobranowicz on the big guy. There it is. High soft shot for 3 by Tobin. He lets you know he's down here again to play. 47 in his last outing in this building. Set some records. Inside foul on the turn. Limestone will have trouble on matchups in the paint.
Tobin, anytime you have a perimeter shooter of his ability, it's not going to be long before he's going to let him fly. Now, whether or not they go in, we talk about being in a zone. He got the first one. Let's see if he comes down and continues to fire from that long range.
Foul on Trevor Patton. On the line shooting is Harris. Foul shot is good. 9-8. Limestone, the Eastern Maine champions. The Eagles in the lead. Missed. The little guy Tobin gets a board. He's a pretty good leaper for a 5'8" player, and he's picked off out in front. He's grabbed going through. That's going to go against Larry Sobranowicz.
Years ago, the defensive philosophy that was fostered by Bobby Knight, who used to be at Army, was if your man doesn't have the ball, you have 1 foot in the paint, the bucket area. That's exactly what Winthrop is subscribing to right now for their defensive set. Your man doesn't have the ball, you're in the paint. And that's why they're taking away the driving lanes.
Tobin into McDougal. You've not seen the much heralded freshman, of course, yet either. Cowett, you will see him. Winthrop has a pretty good bench. There's Tobin. He's got another. A thing of beauty. I tell you, that's pure shooting, gang. You can't coach it, Willie. Even you couldn't coach that.
No, you don't. Either the kid's got it or he doesn't.
Forcing inside, up and down. R.J. Jenkins, big barrel-chested kid, forced his way in the paint. 12-10. Limestone has the ball turned over. Love on the steal. Outlet to Cobb. He'll drive. Puts it up and in. Is he blocking, charging, or what? I think it's a block. That's going to be against 22. Trevor Patton. The basket counts. He'll go to the line. And that's a big foul. That's on 2-2 for the second time. Trevor Patton is called. That is the 4th team foul. Coming in the ball game for Limestone will be Yates. He's a pretty good player. Coming out is Jenkins. Going in now is the freshman, T.J. Cowett. Number 50 in the green. This kid is just a baby. He is 6'6". How'd you like to feed him? He's just starting his career. My goodness. Foul shot is good by Cobb. Coming in the ball game now for Winthrop will be Dana Gross. They're very deep in the bench, and they will use that bench for Dave Poulin.
Last turnover by McDougal was caused by a good team defensive effort by Winthrop. That's what we mean about that sagging defense.
McDougal over the backcourt line. A turnover. Tobin was forced out on the line, and he dribbled it into the backcourt. Now he's complaining he got forced in there.
You can't just look for one player now. The other people with a Limestone contingent, they have to use their athletic ability and make things happen.
Precisely. Here is Gross for Winthrop. The Ramblers attacking. They go into the paint with it. There it is. Changed hands, Harris. They will kill you in the paint. 15-12. That's why Limestone, as you talked about, Patton and some of the guys are going to have to step up. Here comes Tobin. Changing, goes between his Legs off balance, put it up and off. No good. Rebound away to the Ramblers. Quick out, down. Love goes up the glass and in. Killing him in that play. And they've opened up 5. This is a team that can take you out, and Limestone needs right now to control it a bit more. Here's a kick out to the right side. We've got a whistle, no basket. We've got a foul. That's against Angelo Malfatti. Away from the ball.
This is nothing more than that jump shot that we saw on the other end by Limestone. The man who was guarding that individual, Abay bin Malfatti, he flies. His rule is, your man takes an outside jumper. We have the big people inside to get us the ball. You take off at Snowbird, and it's an easy 2.
Clarence Williams has checked in for the Limestone Eagles, who got off to a 6-0 lead. There's a big one for 3. Jeff Love. And now an 8-point lead and a desperate timeout by Limestone to stop it. The bleeding is occurring and they know it. 20-12. We'll be right back. Here's the 3-pointer by Jeff Love. A good look at it here somewhere. There it is.
No hesitation.
Threes are almost always net, aren't they? All right, Williams will key it in. Now, since it was 6-0, it has gone 20-12 in about 4 minutes, where they had a tremendous surge by this very talented Winthrop team. Tobin now hesitation in the paint. Hot pass to Williams, saved it in, saved it back to Tobin. He'll pop it off the glass, in and out. Doesn't use the glass a lot. Comes back, and it's going to go in. A good second effort there by Limestone. That's Kenny Yates who scored. They cut it back 20-14. They really want to keep this one close. Not like to play catch up and have to run and gun constantly. Away from the ball, a foul. That's going to go 108th, I guess.
That'll go against Holmes.
I think David Holmes got caught, yeah. He picked somebody off, his first foul. That is the 16th foul.
Winthrop's going into the paint. That really is making Limestone sag back. The jump shot we saw by Love went outside. Now they'll try and go back inside.
Try to go back in the alley-oop. They missed the shot. They'll get it up a second time. Going to go up a third time and in. There's Harris beating it, 40.
You can't match up with that size that Winthrop can throw at you.
22-14. We're a minute and 18 away from the end of the first set here. Tobin. Ball knocked loose. They reach in a lot. Yates in and out. There's Cowett, who had a hand on it, and away. Now there'll be a foul against Winthrop. Might be on Sabranowitz. Let's see if it is. Yep, that's Sabranowitz getting his second foul of the ball game.
I'll say this over and over again, but you watch the defense that Winthrop is playing. It's a sagging, almost looks like a zone, and it's taking away the lanes.
On the attack now, Limestone. McDougal.
There it is again.
Off the glass in. A nice move by the youngster, Angelo Malfatti.
That was a heck of an effort for him to get through.
McDougal's basket, 22-16, 50 seconds. Limestone, the Eastern Maine champions, had a heck of a year. They go down. Oh, there's the big freshman, Cowett. He got it. First time up with it, 24-16. And a turnover. Yates could not handle a pass from David Holmes. It was one of those hot, low passes. He didn't bend over far enough. It got between his legs and out of bounds. Intense look on the Winthrop bench. Dave Pullen knows he's got it going right now. Here's Cobb, picked up on the man defense. They go right into the paint with it. And here's Cowett again. Off the missed shot, Love, and the big freshman put it in. It's a 10-point lead. Tobin back in heavy traffic, knocked out of there. It'll be off of Gross. It'll be a Limestone ball.
Anytime a Limestone player goes into the paint, he's at least double, if not triple teamed by Winthrop.
Remember this name, T.J. Cowett. You're going to hear it a lot for the next 3 years, my friends. Number 50, just a growing kid. Williams tries to step in now, comes back with it. Back out to Holmes. Holmes stops. He fires for 3 at the buzzer. So we've completed one. It started 6-0, but now it's 26-16 Winthrop. We'll be back. As we come back, Cobb scores. Now we have a basket at the other end.
McDougal.
The foul is going to be charged to Sib. No, it's not Cibrano, but let's pick it up. That foul against Winthrop will be on Gross. And McDougal will be on the line. It's 28-18. He can get it inside of 10. He does. 28-19. All right, quick pass down to Gross. They have the ball stolen away. It'll be coming out in front. Here's Tobin. They're whacking going in. Well, it's one way to stop it. Gross went in behind, and if you might as well make him earn it, I guess, on the foul line, but Gross has picked up his second foul. Well, a foul like that, I'll give you a hockey score. Maine leads Merrimack 4-2 in the third period. That's a fairly good hockey game tonight. That was kind of a hockey play, Will. That's kind of
body check.
Body check, putting you to the boards. Here's Tobin on the line. Tony's shot is good.
Now the foul's not going to hurt Winthrop because Gross is not a starter. He's what, the 8th or 9th player we've seen so far for them.
Limestone fights back now. It's 28-21, and the Eagles are in a tough battle. They knew it coming in. There was no doubt about it. And they're playing right back in. Cobb splits the defense. Off. No, yeah, basket counts. Harris is going to get it. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be one of the problems the Eagles have. They get caught up in there, and the foul is going to be given to Williams, I think, Clarence Williams.
Yeah, you're going to see the dish. Now, you just can't match up with those people from Winthrop on the inside. They're just too big physically.
Harris makes it a 10-point lead. 31-21.
Well, the way Dave Poolin's substituting, he's been looking up here at you, George.
He uses the whole bench, and he's got a lot of talent. But if he's looking this high, he's in major trouble. I don't think he's looking that bad. Here's Tobin behind the back. Boy, they steal it.
There's a double. There's a double we were talking about.
Ball was stolen by Piper, who's now in the ball game for Winthrop. Off to the left side. Back out to Piper. Then they work it around to Cobb. Cobb goes quickly, takes the short J. He hits it. Tough old battle, 33-21. The Western champs are undefeated. Defending champs won the state by a point last year. Here's the stop and a pop. Tobin's up, and he's got him.
1 on 4. 1 on 4.
He's very talented, 5'8", but he makes all the moves. Out of Limestone. Playing out of Limestone High School. From the iron, it goes off. Look at that freshman come in. He missed it, but what a jump he put up. Comes back, and he'll score. Oh, I like this kid, TJ Cowett. He is something. 35-23, and he's just beginning his career. He was in grammar school last year, and here he is in the state final. Here's Tobin. They pick him off out in front. Boy.
Jump shot goes up, yeah, by Winthrop. Now, nobody checks Cowett. Nobody. He comes over, goes to the other side, follows the ball extremely well, doesn't stand and watch.
Willie, and I love his hairdo. I mean, that's the kind of haircut I have, but I didn't get mine cut. Just fell out.
Well, you know, being in the business as long as you have, you're an idol. These young kids look up to you.
You get my kind of haircut?
Yeah.
Some strange ones. Coming out of the ball game now is Williams. Boy, this kid is very talented. Comes in the corner now, into McDougal, picked up immediately. And there's the little feed that's stolen. Harris just reached in and took it away. They lobbed it inside to Patton. Now we'll have a double dribble. And Winthrop will turn it over on a missed dribble ball. 5:53 to go in the first half. That's the Limestone coach, Jason Carr. The other coach is Dave Poulin. One coach biting his nails, the other coach making him bite his nails right now, I guess. All right, here's Tobin. Tony changes hands, stops, hop pass. Yates got away with a little step inside and scores. When
basic Fred Astaire move. He's been up
made a great move, didn't he? 35-25. Nice basket anyway. A force underneath. Harris goes in with it. Boy, this is going to be a lot of points on the board tonight. Both teams are able to do it. Here is Tobin. Stops. He fires. He's got it. They give him 3.
This is what Limestone wants. They want strictly offense. Give me the ball and let me play.
Tobin has 13. Now at the other end, they score. It's just back and forth, 39-28. Fed inside, Yates will score.
You can't pay too much attention to Tobin. If he's that unselfish, and he's going to give it up.
He is unselfish. He does give it up. 39-30. All right, comes back out to Love. There's Cowett. His turnaround is no good, and a tie-up. The alternating possession, that will go to Limestone. Here's the final. Delaware has beaten Maine tonight in a North Atlantic Conference game, 78-72. The Bears gave the Blue Hens all they wanted, but Delaware won it 78-72. Just into us, and here is this Winthrop 39-30 second period, 4:42 to go in the quarter. All right, coming down court with it, Tobin, 13, and he's picked off and fouled. They're watching him carefully. That's Cobb. That's only his first foul. One player, Willie, shouldn't beat you in a game. We talked about that in the pregame. If Patton and maybe Holmes, Tobin, can they take it up a notch? This is going to be a very close battle. But they're going to have to give a lot in there, I think, tonight.
One player can't beat you unless you've got 4 other players to go with him. That's the difference.
All right, here's Tony Tobin. He will miss this one. Falls out. And Sabramowitz has it. Outlet to the right side. Down low. Off the glass every time. R.J. Jenkins. They are very tough down in there. Now we're at 41 points. We've got a potential 100-point game here tonight. And this is high school basketball without slam dunks in Maine either. They're just putting that thing off the window. Up and down they go. Yates pops it around and in.
Winthrop put right 2-3 zone because they're up by so much. And they want them to score from the outside.
New player in the ball game, Packard now. They go deep in the bench, does Winthrop. Out into the right side corner. Pumps. Feeds it down in there. RJ with it off the glass and in Jenkins.
This, if it continues, it will be a 100-point ball game.
I don't know how they can avoid it. 43-32. Move out to the right side. Baseline. It's going to go in and out. No good. Foul off the drive by Trevor Patton. Winthrop committing the foul. Looks like it's going to be on Love.
Winthrop, they're going to pound it into the big kids they've got underneath. RJ, easy, up and in, second one in a row. He's a big body. We saw the same thing with the Cowett kid that was in there. They had the physical size where they can play in the paint over the top of Limestone.
Jeff Love committing the foul. Coming back in the ballgame, Malfatti. They're going to get Holmes out of there. Give him a little rest on this one. Trevor Patton up on the line for Limestone. His foul shot rimmed it, didn't make it. Big crowd in here tonight. This thing is up in the rafters. The girls' game was won by Callis over Erskine. They were screaming long and loud, and we have a major crowd in here again today. Tomorrow we'll be here all day. Foul shot is good. 2-2. Trevor Patton. It's 10 points now. Winthrop, the Western Maine champs, in the lead. Sabramowitz coming down. Gross handling the ball. Now they go in the paint. Try to get it in to Jenkins. He'll take the move. He'll fade it off the iron. Tapped out. Going to go down to Limestone.
Winthrop knows where they want the ball. And when their big people get it in there like RJ, they're not kicking it back out. They're taking it right to the iron.
Tobin. Capable of lighting it up. Stepping McDougal goes down low to the left side. Can't get it. Pulled away from Jenkins, and now stolen. And a backcourt violation. That's the second backcourt violation on number 23, the star Tony Tobin.
That was a tough play because it was an outlet pass. He left in his own front court. A fluke, but it's a call. You can see where he takes off and takes a step into the backcourt.
Here's the steal coming back, Angelo Malfatti. So they turn it over rapidly. Knocked out of bounds by Love. We'll have stats and everything at halftime, but I tell you right now, we're going to need a break. We are at 43-33. That's stolen momentarily. Back to Malfatti, well short. But underneath, it'll be put up short again by Patton.
Double dribble.
And he sure looked like it. He did, Willie. And Mike Thurston makes the call on the double dribble. That's 2 of those we've had tonight. Coming back in the ball game
Here's your buddy.
TJ Cowett. Imagine, Willie, what he's going to be when he adds 10-15 pounds and lifts. I mean, he's a big kid now. Wait till he really gets going. There's the drive, lane to the basket, up and off, no good by Gross, coming the other way. Pushing it down, Limestone in transition. McDougal splits the defense, popped it off the top of the backboard, and here is Harris, stolen back. Well, can't get it the first time, give it back to Tobin, pick up by McDougal. Tobin, little 5'8", dishes in the lane, Yates in and out, no good. Cowett on the rebound. That is very exciting action. Sabramowicz, hot pass to the left corner. Steps in, no shot in here by Love. Now he'll go cross court with it. They'll work it and they'll shoot it very quickly. Feed goes down low and they'll score with it. Harris, there's apparently nothing Limestone can match up with him. Merrill Yates is a big guy. They are scoring a lot near the paint and in the paint. 45-33. Winthrop in the lead in a very exciting C-State final. 2 champions having at it. Tobin. He likes it when 2 are on him. That opens up Malfatti to go down low. It's mishandled back to Malfatti off the glass and in. Angelo hitting. Cut it to 10. I think really Limestone's doing a very good job of staying in that 10 range. Their coach was worried about that. And going up with the ball was Cowett. What happened? It looked to me like he carried it. I'm not sure. It looked funny. He gets the basket. Tobin misses from deep in the corner, and they count that last one, 47-35.
I'd like to see a replay on that one.
Well, maybe we will. There's a collision in the backcourt, and there's an offensive foul, a player possession foul.
Yeah, you had the dish to Cowett. Yeah, that was a missed call.
He went up with it, came down, went up again.
Yeah, he simply lost the ball.
47-35. They don't get them all. 53 seconds to go. The ball now over to Limestone. McDougal, the Eagles with Tobin. Back out to McDougal. He handles the ball very well. He dishes back, but dishes wildly. Loose ball coming back to Cowett. Gross off to the left side to Love. Looking at the clock, 22 seconds. No shot clock, of course, in high school ball, so they can do what they want to do with it. Playing last shot, they lead by 12. Coming out of there, McDougal trying to steal. Here comes Tobin out there. Love. Winthrop. There's a little shot that's good by Love. And they've opened up a big lead here. Now they steal it at half court and throw it up. And we are going to have us a 49-35 lead at halftime. And this thing has got a long way to run, but Winthrop is in control. 2 minutes and we'll be right back.
We're back at halftime. Phil Richardson, the principal of Winthrop, joins us here at halftime, and what a great year for Winthrop. Of course, a state title last year, and that Jeff Love shot is probably talked about last year over Buddy Wood's WA team for a long time.
I'm sure it was. You know, I'm sure many fans from Winthrop are still watching the replay of that game. It's been a very exciting year for us. We've been very fortunate athletically across all seasons this year, and hopefully we'll come away tonight with another championship, but whoever wins, we'll be proud of our young men.
Certainly, for a while, you're going to have pretty good basketball with TJ Cowett over there, but you're going to have a pretty good golf team, too.
Well, he's an outstanding golfer. I'm sure you've heard that. I think he's a scratch handicapper. Plays pretty well for a freshman boy. We're very pleased.
This is a tremendous program, but you have good student athletes there, I would imagine, as well at Winthrop.
Many. You know, I think we have a very supportive community. Supports all of our activity, whether it be athletics, academics, or the arts. And I think that is reflected in our teams, whether they be boys or girls. I can't tell you how proud I am of the young people we have to work with daily, whether it be on the athletic playing field or whether it be in the classroom.
You having a relaxed night up there in the stands watching this game with Limestone?
I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately I can't say that.
Bill.
I'm hoping, you know, it's a great game, as you and I were saying before we came on. And whoever wins, both communities have a right to be proud.
Bill, thanks for joining us here at halftime.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Bill Richardson, the principal at Winthrop High School, will be back to talk halftime, bring you some other scores when we come back in 90 seconds.
They played an exhibition in here against the John Baptist Crusaders, freely substituting, so I don't, exhibitions are exhibitions. By the way, we wish John Baptist well tomorrow in the B. Tim mentioned that Maine was leading in the hockey game. I do have a final. Maine has won that hockey game tonight, 4-2 over Merrimack, so you may be interested. That those little ball boys came out before the game when we were downstairs for Limestone, and they had to come across our TV line. They waited and waited, and finally they decided they were going to go across anyway.
Hey, why not? When you've got a job to do, you can't wait around for the old guys.
You're right. They said, we got a job to do, and we're not going to stay here anymore. Two cute kids from Limestone. Well, the Eagles have got their work cut out, Willie, as much defensively as anywhere else. And I notice as we start the second half, they may have Yates in there, and they need his size. Yates is at around 6'5". They may have to have him in. They've got to do something inside.
The key both ways is defense. Defense, because it's a big plus for Winthrop right now. They're taking the offensive set away from Limestone, and vice versa. You go to the other end of the store, and Limestone's having a real hard time with Winthrop.
Cobb coming to the near side. Down the paint, in and out Harris. They go back up with it and score. That they're unopposed underneath.
2 and 3 high percentage shots.
51-35. Here comes Tobin. He has 13 points in the ball game. Shuffle pass out to the left side. McDougal down low. It's intercepted there. Trying to drive the ball into Patton and couldn't get it into him. So Winthrop's Ramblers are doing exactly that right now. And they're not opposed to throwing up that deep perimeter. They miss it out there. Put up and off by Love. Loose ball, tie up. The arrow will be pointed for Limestone. Yeah. Remember, this is the alternating possession rule. We cannot see the arrow from here, but early on we can remember. Malfatti will tee it into McDougal. Now there's a three. Good. Nice one. They can do that. They may have to do some of that.
They're giving them that shot. Winthrop's saying, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us from outside, and you better make a lot of them.
51-38. The Ramblers trying to set up the high post there with Harris. He'll roll out of it. Cobb, they go down low, and they'll get a hack foul immediately by Trevor Patton. They drove it into Harris, and Patton got on him immediately and gave him the chop. And he picked up his third foul of the ball game.
I think Winthrop is aware of who pays the bills at the end of the ball game. And they're getting into their big men. We saw that the first 16 minutes of basketball. We're going to see it the last 16 minutes, too.
Bill Harris will be up in the line. He's a 6'5" senior. He has 17 tonight. He's got 18. 52-38. Limestone out of northern Maine doing a great job, but they've got to do even more, as Winthrop is a terrific team. This shot, there's a long one put up by Winthrop, off, no good. That was shot up by Piper, who's back in there, goes out of bounds, and Limestone will have it. Checking in the ball game now for Limestone will be Overbay. Shane Overbay comes in to the lineup.
Yeah, that was Patton's third personal, so he's going to sit for a while.
All right, McDougal, who just hit a trifecta outside, he'll be out there and getting a little attention. Now quietly Tobin. He's got to really get himself open also. They've got to get it moving. They feed it inside low. There'll be no basket. There's a foul. Yates is picked off and fouled before he got the shot away. Each team now with a foul. That's going to be charged to Bill Harris. It's his first foul of the ball game.
I think Winthrop will allow other people to score, but they don't want Tobin to get cranked up.
No,
they want to keep the ball away from him.
That's a good comment. McDougal back out to Tobin. They're out on him immediately with 2. He's driven deep off. He'll try to drive, stop, and fire. Off balance. He was well short with it. Comes back down into the paint. Limestone grabs it, puts it up short. Limestone's new player Overbay got it up, but couldn't get a good clean shot away against the pressure. Winthrop into the corner. Keep trying to drive it into the paint whenever they can. Jenkins mishandled, but kicked back out in front to Cobb. Foul line extended to the right, and they go into the corner and then back in, and 3 seconds. A foot inside was R.J. Jenkins.
You saw that whole transition. They had 2 or 3 good perimeter shots. Ball's going in the paint, gang.
All right, here's McDougal lobbing it into the corner. Tobin immediately picked up. It's another 3. It's in there by McDougal. Well, maybe if Tobin's going to have so much pressure on him, that's going to open McDougal. He's had a couple of those, and he's closed the gap to 52-41. There's a try from the corner. In and out. Love missed it. No good. And the rebound, Overbay knocked loose, and here comes Malfatti, and here's Tobin.
Look at the company he draws.
Certainly does. There's a walk, too, on Trevor Patton. Overbay. And down and hit in the face is Tony Tobin. Away from the action. He caught an elbow, and he's trying to shake it off. And here comes the main trainer out, Wes Jordan, to take a look at it. He took an errant elbow up around the nose somewhere. And Wes Jordan, who is the official tournament trainer, is out there. Now he may have has he got a contact problem? I'm not aware. He's up around, yeah, it looks to be. I didn't know whether he's wearing contacts or not, but he's coming over toward the bench.
Yeah.
Appeared to be a contact in his hand. West going to the big magic bag he has on the bench. They can ill afford.
Let's get Baby Ruth sitting. I've seen that.
No, I don't know what the good doctor has. All right, on the attack now, Winthrop. They'll go right inside with it. A nice, easy floater by Love. 54-41. Down court. Holmes. Well, that guy's drawing a company now. Here's McDougal. Left-hand shot off. No good. Saved inbounds, but to Winthrop by the Eagles. The long pass quickly down to Gross. They use that bench, use it often, use it well. Cobb swings the ball out on the pass to Love. We'll be in here at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Amazing. There's a block from behind by McDougal. It is still loose, gets up and short. They'll get again up by Harris, and finally the foul. Tobin is working on here. Tobin apparently gets something up around the eye. Here's the contact coming on our instant look at it. Cobb is with him. Oh, that hurt. Clothesline. That's football, gang. They don't play football at Limestone, but we just did. Accidental. 54-41 missed shot.
If the ball's released, there's no foul, right? Isn't that the way you used to play when you were a kid?
Incidental contact. Don't tell him it's incidental. Sitting there trying to put it back together. Behind the back, McDougal in all kind of traffic. Quickly passing out. Malfatti missed the shot. Go up again, Yates. He'll get whacked. Tobin is ready to come back. He's all fixed up. They're going to put Patton back in. A foul is going to be called. On Winthrop, they had the wrong number. If that's going to be on Harris, his second. Tony Tobin coming back in the ballgame. 5'8" senior for the Eagles. This will be a shooting foul. Now has 19 for Winthrop, Love 13. McDougal 11 for Limestone, Tobin 13. Tobin has not scored in the second half. On the line shooting Kenny Yates, 6'4" senior for the Eastern Maine champions. They need it all. He missed that one. 55-41. Winthrop in the lead, undefeated, defending champs. They beat Freeport, Jay, and Old Orchard Beach to get in here. Missed it again. Cobb on the rebound. Some of the little guys can be around the right spot. There's a steal by Tobin. Shane goes up. He carried the ball. Traveled. Got a little over anxious. But it shows you the talent, doesn't it?
I'll tell you, somebody would have got a letter on that one.
Boy, did he go around his back. He's going to make every move in the book. That guy can tie your sneakers while he's up there changing hands. Very talented young player. I think they've got to look at him. He's only 5'8", but some things, size just does not matter.
You know what his best sport is, don't you?
Soccer.
You got it.
There's a travel also on Cobb. Well, you take a look at Cowett, the freshman, a scratch golfer. You know, once you're talented, it seems you just run over and everything. Whatever you do, he can play tiddlywinks good. Here's Tobin. He goes between his legs a lot. Stops. He dishes it off underneath, and it could not be handled by Patton. You know, sometimes I think he victimizes the kid that's getting the dish. They don't know it's coming. You don't know if you're going to shoot or pass. The good ones have that ability.
Oh.
Back door, nobody there. Dowdy gets away with a step, maybe scores. 57-41. Here's Tobin making all those moves. A fading shot up and out, no good. Now it's quickly down the other way. Love, and he's going to be pushed and fouled. Well, they don't call that a deliberate foul, but it is certainly borderline. Holmes. Two-shot foul. Limestone's looking for a timeout. 57-41 they trail. We're going to be right back. The margin is 16, and it's a worried coach. They're all worried, winning or losing. This started with Limestone getting the first 6 points of the ballgame. Shortly thereafter, it was 20-12, and then it's been a racehorse game ever since. 57-41.
Winthrop's just kept Limestone from getting that good percentage shots. The shots that Limestone is making, they're not the high percentage shots they'd like.
Shepard missing on the foul line. 3:05 to go in the third. We've got a long way now. Huge crowd in this championship game. 58-41 as he nets it. Here comes Tony. Tony Tobin. Hesitation. Changes. Goes. Carries. Dishes to the wrong guy. Well, now he reaches steals and fouls. He's trying to do too much at times. And that's the great ones want the ball. He's trying to pull his team up. But in doing so, a little out of control. He's been out of control on a couple of the dishes. On that pass he was, and then he came back and committed a foul. Only because he's trying to grab hold of the moment and see if he can't get his team turned around. Can't knock anybody for that. But you will make some fundamental mistakes when you're doing that. On the attack, Cobb for Winthrop in the green uniform. There's the youngster, the freshman, missed his shot. That's off by Cowett. No good. Here comes McDougal. Limestone with 2:25 to go. Setting it up if they can. McDougal out into the corner. There's Malfatti's shot off the iron. Cobb rebounding. Winthrop coming down, setting up now in half court. They'll try three. They got it. They give him two. That's two. Gross stepped on the line. 60-41, and Winthrop is steadily pulling this one toward victory. Line pass, but it's intercepted off a second pass, which was not well done. Winthrop down, pull a layup, coast to coast, Cobb. And now this thing is really beginning to look like a blowout. Here's Tobin, a long one, well short. Comes back out to Cobb. We're down to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Winthrop rambling as they have done against everybody. Another three. In and out. No good. Love. Loose and coming back with it, McDougal. Tobin behind the back twice with it. Goes in collision. They moved in on him. Boy, behind the back once. He went behind the back twice. Did draw the foul. He was fouled by Jeff Love going in, picking up his second foul. That is the third team foul, so there'll be no foul shooting. Bounce pass comes in the corner, McDougal. Lobs it back out to Malfatti. They go inside the paint on a pivot. Pat.
One of the few times they've got it inside.
62-46. The Ramblers now attacking at this end. Love picked up by Malfatti, goes right with him, fronts him. Out to Jeff Cobb. He'll get open, he'll put it in easily. 64-43, the bench applauding. Nothing like having the lead, a big lead. A little scoop underneath this, underneath too far for Holmes, and Limestone gets one attempt, and Winthrop comes right back out of the backcourt with it. Cobb is picked off and fouled. Tobin's got 3. 15 foul. They give it to Tobin. It'll be his third, and it is. Glad to have you all aboard on Channel 5 in Bangor, Channel 8 in Presque Isle. And a big crowd in attendance here at the auditorium. We'll be here all day tomorrow. A lot of media coverage, of course, in the state finals. We were here last night for the D. Tobin coming out with 3. The 9th state championship for Audie Alley and the Royals of Jonesport Beals. And you know, I don't think Audie's aged at all. I looked down last night. Audie looked about as young as he always looks.
Yes, sir.
Quiet demeanor. He's written his name in the books a few times. Callis girls are winners tonight. 65-43. Audie might be a pound or two heavier, though. I'll give him that. He looks like he's eating pretty well. 65-43. We like to really congratulate him. All right, baseline. Limestone on the attack. Whoa, nice hot move inside. Holmes doesn't get it loose. Going to go back up again. That's inside and up and down Patton. 65-45. Limestone with a second to go. That's the end of it. We go to the final quarter and a 20-point ball game for Winthrop. We'll be right back. Freshman Cowett is back in the lineup again for the Ramblers. To Love. Here's Cowett. Double pumps. Didn't get it. Patton on a rebound. McDougal pushes it right. Tobin back in. Might as well. There's no tomorrow. As the saying goes, lob pass intercepted. And the Ramblers come down with it. Sobranovich, there's a tip. Cowett, basket counts. He's fouled. He knows where the hole is, my friend. He is about the best looking freshman I have seen in a very long time.
For 6'6".
Yeah. Winthrop outscored Limestone 26-16 in the first quarter, 23-19 in the second quarter, 16-10 in the third quarter. It's good on the line, 68-45. Here's Tobin. Stopping for 3. He missed. Rebound to Cobb. He's had a few boards tonight. Down the paint, Tishoff. Here's the youngster up and down. Cowett. 70-45. Not close. Outside Patton missed it. Rebound again. Cowett has 13 off the bench. Deep. Cowett has 15 off the bench.
And if they continue to play that style, he'll have 40 before the game's over.
Trying to get a timeout at 72-45. Winthrop roaring here. We'll be back. There are those, Willie, who have told me all season that they think Winthrop's the best team in the state, and I don't think you ever solve that argument. I will say, with the proper schedule, playing hard week to week against all other teams, they could very well be. They certainly look like a very good basketball team. And I'm seeing them really for the first time.
I'll try not to be objective and agree.
Not doing anything to dispel it, the ball loose. This is a good Limestone team they're taking apart. Out of bounds. It'll go to Winthrop. I mean, Limestone won the title. They've got a great player. They've got a good cast. They're being taken apart. Here's the drive, up and easy down by Sobranowicz. 74-45. Ramblers are well named. Tobin behind the back, changes hands, goes in. He may be down by 30, but I tell you, he's putting a show on when he gets his chance. That was an excellent move. 74-47. Cobb with it. Knocked loose, stolen, Patton. Nice breakup. Tobin fouled at half court by Sobranowicz. Here's Tobin coming in.
Fake left, go right. Basic shake and bake, the way you see it in the streets.
Behind your back, playground, I love it. McDougal, the foul charge to Sobranowicz. He's out of the game with 4. Tobin kicked it out to the right side, an air ball. Thrown up deep in the corner by Holmes. And they're getting one shot, 74-47. Here is Gross back in the ball game. There's a 3. Off, no good love. Back Cobb, no, in and out. Finally, it comes away to Patton. They go to Tobin, the ball is knocked loose, Tony up with it. Handles the ball so effectively, goes underneath, dishes out to the right on the kick out, off the iron, Malfatti no good. Rebound up and in, and basket counts foul. Bob McDougal scoring.
If you look down at the other end of the court, of course, we can't see it here, but Jeff Love is standing at midcourt waiting for that rebound for the breakaway.
Gross on the foul. He's picked up 3 off the bench. Bob McDougal, 5'8" senior, playing a heck of a game, playing with his heart tonight. He really is. He's given it everything he can find. Senior, in and out. They're all amateurs, gang. They're playing for, oh, there's the alley-oop to the big kid, Cowett. And he scores 17. Play the alley-oop with him, huh? He made it go. Down to the right side. It's blocked underneath by Harris. And here we go. Looking in the paint. Goes up left side. Harris no good in a foul. Alley-oop. Oh, that kid is so good. When you know a kid is going to be around for the next years, you just know where the hole is. Out of the ball game, fouling out of the game now is going to be Trevor Patton. He's gone on that. As we looked at the replay, there are certain things that you just know. You don't have to be the coach. You don't have to be an expert to watch what he can do. Cobb has been running this offense for Winthrop very, very well. Changing people now. Williams will come back in. That's Clarence Williams. Foul line shot is good. Bill Harris, 77-49, 5:02. 20. Foul shot misses, and it comes down to McDougal. Inside of 5 minutes. 3-pointer, Tobin missed it. He had it close. Crashing board by Love. Here's Cobb, very good-looking athlete. Winthrop is having a field day. Double team underneath. Foul is going to be on Williams. Central Maine team Winthrop out of the, not far from Augusta. Proud of this team. I'm sure this town is all wrapped up with this team. Really, it's really a flashback to the old days. High school basketball just reigned supreme. We've had a tremendous crowd in here tonight. Even though this game is wide open, they've been cheering and screaming. We've got two champions on the floor. Bill Harris above the 20-point marker now, 78-49. He's got 21 and 22. 79. I thought they might be near 100, might not make it, but they're going to be well up there. Tobin goes, stops. Look at that over-the-shoulder shot, but he couldn't make it drop. He's not hitting the way he did when he had the 47. They've worked him over tonight. He's there, but not quite getting it to drop. The ball is stripped and stolen away from Cowett. Here's Tobin, backs out for three. No. See, he was getting those the other night. He's off the iron with them, very close, but not getting it to fall. And that happens to all of the good shooters. Just a in and out and in by Harris to make it 81-49. McDougal. He's trying a little that razzle-dazzle. They're setting Tobin up at all costs now. He's backing in the arc and he's tripped. He got tripped in there by Gross. That's a block. Gross has 4. Players getting ready to check in. Now Fatty will come out. McDougal has 13, Tobin 15. Patton, who fouled out, had 9. 24 for Harris tonight in the game for Winthrop. So far, 17 for Cowett off the bench. Tobin, he's missing that shot. He got pushed, though. Probably a reason for it. Love has 14, Cobb has 10. On the line, Tobin, Tony Tobin, 15 points on the night, 3:45 to go. He was the most talked about player since Rosignol in the county, of course. That's pretty good company. 81-50, they're down by 31. The big goal basketball, that's what they're here for. 81-51. Making the foul shot, Jeff Cobb. Winthrop very methodically now. Cobb is blocked by Yates, stepped out of there with it. Dave Poulin had a 1-point game a year ago in the state. Not so today. R.J. Jenkinson, here comes the youngster, T.J. Cowett out. Got that little grin on that. Ain't got much hair, but he's grinning. There's a reason to. Here's Williams. Off to the right for the jumper. No. McDougal. Double pumps. Foul underneath. So he'll go to the line. That foul will be on 4-0 Bill Harris, the 6'5" player who has picked up his third. Presentations immediately following. Calascaros have won it. Here's McDougal. All the seniors making their final high school appearances tonight. Win or lose, the seniors are gone. We had that all-star game, of course.
Yeah.
81-53, foul shot's good. Sobranowicz coming down with a basketball. Kicks it back out to Cobb. Inside of 3 minutes now coming up in this C final. From the foul line, Love, all net. 83-53. Ball is kicked out of bounds, lost out by Winthrop. It'll be a Limestone ball. The Eagles of Limestone had a good run of it this year. But this one bigger to be tough than it is. Tobin has come out and gets a wonderful round of applause. His career may be over now. McDougal in the paint, changed hands, went off the iron with it. No good, came back with it. Blocked inside by Jenkins. There's the quick long pass down to Cobb. Runs it in there.
Basic backyard basketball.
85-53. Long pass out of bounds. Trying to get it down to McDougal. As Morse threw it. Now a whole new cast of characters coming in for Winthrop as they change teams here. Hugs all around. Harris coming out. Sobranowicz, number 30, coming out. Here is Cobb, number 22. Love, number 42. Jenkins, 51. A lot of hugs down there, boy. You don't know about the practices in the summertime and the work. There's more to it than this game. They wear T-shirts that read whatever it takes. Cobb, who came out, is the nephew of Bob Cobb at the University of Maine. A lot of you folks know Dr. Cobb up there. Runs it up and off, no good. All right, all these new guys in there. Piper's back in. From the baseline, a little floater in and out by Packard, no good. The rebound stolen back to Winthrop. Now you're going to get the subs, it's loose. A few wild shots. It'll come away to Winthrop, to Overbay, back to Williams. Shake and bake, go with it, block. Oh, with a block in there by Contreras. 85-53. Winthrop playing very loose. There's a long three. This is backyard now. Piper out of bounds.
Could you have got much more arc on that one?
That ball almost hit the bat up on the roof there. The bat that flies around in here. Now they're changing more players. Remember the infamous bat? Well, it's still here somewhere. Winthrop with the basketball. Winding this championship down. Off the glass and in by Dowdy. 87-53, down to 90 seconds. They're a wonderful team. They may be the best in the state. I'm not going to argue with those guys. I just can't prove it either way. A little pump up and off. No good by Morse, and we'll have a whistle and a foul against Winthrop. Those arguments about which player of another era would have done this, and you know, there are no answers.
That's why I say go to an open tournament.
Well, there are states like Indiana that do it. There are those who would like to do that. You're not alone. I think tradition tells you in Maine that will never happen, however. Foul shot is off. No good by the Limestone player. That's Houston who's in there. Ball is taken into the backcourt. That's a violation. And the front court, backcourt violation against Winthrop. See, Willie, I would have to compare you against today's players, and I don't know how to do that. I guess I do.
That's the truth.
Your sister was better. There's a running shot off. No good.
Which one?
By Morris. Any of them. Oh, this is playground all the way now. Limestone going down with it. They get a bunny up and down by Jim Morse. 24. 87-55. There's a three-point. Yeah, it's home. Piper got a trifecta. 90-55, 37 seconds. Houston. Inside, stolen by Winthrop. Here we go. Contreras gives it up. Left-handed shot. Off. No good. Gonna rim. No good. Tap. No good. Now the other way. All the way down, up and down by Darian Smith of Limestone. 90-57. The crowd on their feet. Three-point attempt by Winthrop. Off, no good. Packard comes back to Limestone. Long pass. Inline to inline. Block foul with 1 second. Winthrop fans are on the floor. The game is not over. They're going to call it off.
Now.
They're going to call it off. The officials say, take it. Let's go. That's a smart thing to do. Winthrop will win it 90-57. And look at the melee on the floor. Winthrop undefeated, defending champs. 67-66 over Washington Academy a year ago. And now Dave Poulin has won the C gold ball again. And Winthrop did it in their style, rambling. And there's a young man that's part of it, just part of it, the freshman that you'll hear from for the next 3 years. They now shake hands as they go through the motions. It's tough. But, you know, in many ways, it's easier to lose a game like this than those 1 point last second things. This thing has been over for a very long time.
A long time.
There will be that argument now. You know, could we beat this team or that team? I can just simply say that Winthrop lived up to expectations in the game. They proved beyond the shadow of a doubt what they are in Class C. A very outstanding basketball. And here's a kid that really got ready for the game. He's going to take his color off now. He's not going to get it all off. Really, to be young again, huh?
That's what they tell me.
The green uniform. Green has been a pretty lucky color in here, I guess. We'll have the presentations coming up as we get ready for a big 8-game day in here tomorrow. A few hugs and kisses still going on. Look at those new haircuts they have. Well, you know, in the old days out in the farm, they used to put a pot on your head and give you a haircut. That's what they do now. That's
well, somebody mentioned during one of the C games that perhaps they all had the same barber, and some other fan said, no, we just have the same bowl.
It's not easy to lose a game. Those kids played their hearts out. You shed a few tears. You certainly want to win. Let's go downstairs to Temps Throckmorton.
Thanks, George. Dave Poulin's with us. Dave, 2 in a row. You made it look easy, really, tonight.
Kids played super. They have all year. That's why it's been a lot of games. We got a lot of kids who can play. We seem to wear people down, and then in the third quarter, we really do some good things.
What a group of seniors, though. Those 9 kids you're going to be losing. That's a lot of heart and soul right there.
They're wonderful people. They have so much respect for one another that it's been so much fun working with those kids. They're great kids.
Does it seem easy winning the second one? The first one was a buzzer beater, and this one was against a really good Limestone team, and you were very methodical tonight.
We had played like that all year. We've been pretty quiet, but we think we have quite a team. A lot of people have talked about one of the best C teams ever, and I guess maybe now we could start to say that a little bit.
Best of luck. You don't even seem hoarse after this one.
Didn't say much. Thank you.
Best of luck. Dave Poulin, of course, of the Winthrop Ramblers. Let's go back upstairs. George?
Well, what can the coach say? Let him play. He's a very nice man, isn't he?
Dave?
Very innocent. Dave Poulin, yeah, very innocent.
Come on now. Let's not start spreading. You want me to spread those rumors about him being an old
I like him.
Class of 72 or 73. One of those.
At University of Maine?
Yes.
Yep. Bill Harris had 24 to lead all scorers. Tony Tobin had 17 for those who want to know that stat tonight. 90 to 57. I think he put it right on the line. They're going to compare the C team with all the other C teams. That's a more legitimate claim than best in the state. We just don't know how to